Mr. Stagg here. Picture Atlanta in the 1880s, horse-drawn carriages rattling along cobblestone streets, the smell of fresh-baked bread mingling with the tang of the railway yards, and a city trying to rebuild itself after the scars of the Civil War. In this atmosphere of recovery and ambition, a small pharmacy on Peachtree Street became the unlikely birthplace of one of the most iconic brands in human history. Here, a wounded Confederate veteran, John Pemberton, experimented with syrups and concoctions, mixing coca leaf extract, cola nuts, sugar, and carbonated water. Originally intended as a medicinal tonic, it would soon capture the taste buds of Atlantans and ultimately the entire world. Coca-Cola, as it came to be known, was not merely a beverage. It was a symbol of ingenuity, perseverance, and marketing brilliance. From its first modest sales at a soda fountain to becoming a $300 billion global empire, Coca-Cola now sells billions of servings daily and has cemented itself in virtually every country on Earth. But behind the fizzy sweetness lies a story of invention, ambition, strategic brilliance, and a few controversies along the way. John Pemberton was born in 1831 in Knoxville, Georgia, into a family that valued intellect and service. His father, a physician, and his devout mother encouraged learning and experimentation from a young age. Pemberton displayed an early fascination with chemistry and plants, developing an understanding of natural remedies that would later influence his soda formulas. He studied pharmacology and quickly gained a reputation as a precise and curious chemist. The Civil War changed his life profoundly. Serving as a lieutenant colonel in the Confederate Army, Pemberton sustained a saber wound at the Battle of Columbus in 1865. The injury left him with chronic pain and dependence on morphine, a battle he struggled with for years. After the war, seeking to rebuild his life, Pemberton opened a small pharmacy in Atlanta. He experimented tirelessly with syrups, trying to create a tonic that would alleviate headaches, fatigue, and digestive issues. In 1886, he finally concocted a mixture that combined coca leaf extract with caffeine-rich cola nuts, sweetened with sugar and carbonated with water. This first version of Coca-Cola was served at his pharmacy soda fountain, selling only 9 glasses the first day. Yet, even in this modest beginning, Pemberton had created something remarkable. His bookkeeper, Frank Robinson, suggested the name Coca-Cola and wrote the now iconic script logo. Sadly, Pemberton never saw his invention grow into the global powerhouse it would become. Burdened by debts and declining health, he sold portions of the formula and died in 1888, largely unrecognized. Asa Candler, born in 1851 in Villa Rica, Georgia, was a man of sharp intellect and relentless ambition. Candler's early life was shaped by the work ethic of his parents and his own ambition. He dabbled in banking, insurance, and retail before building a reputation as a shrewd businessman in Atlanta. Unlike Pemberton, whose genius lay in invention, Candler's talent was in business strategy and marketing. He purchased the rights to Coca-Cola for $2,300, seeing potential where others saw a regional tonic. Candler understood the power of advertising in a way few did in the late 19th century. He incorporated the Coca-Cola Company in 1892 and immediately launched a national marketing strategy. Coupons offering free drinks, newspaper ads, calendars, and branded merchandise created awareness far beyond Atlanta. Candler personally oversaw every aspect of branding, ensuring consistency in taste, presentation, and customer experience. By the early 1900s, Coca-Cola had become a household name across the southern United States, setting the foundation for a national presence. The growth of Coca-Cola depended on an innovative distribution model. Transporting syrup to soda fountains was slow and limited in reach. Candler solved this problem with the bottling franchise system, licensing local bottlers to produce the drink under strict quality standards. The first bottling plant opened in Chattanooga, Tennessee in 1899. This decentralized approach allowed Coca-Cola to reach previously untapped markets, and within a decade, hundreds of bottlers were producing the drink across the country. Bottlers thrived, communities gained jobs, and Coca-Cola profits soared. This system also introduced the company to regional competition, sometimes sparking disputes over contracts, but it ultimately fueled the brand's rapid expansion. After Asa Candler retired in 1916, the company remained in family hands, with each generation emphasizing quality, consistency, and marketing innovation. The Candlers recognized that selling a beverage was about more than quenching thirst. it was about creating an experience. By the 1930s, Coca-Cola had firmly established itself as an emblem of Americana. Holiday campaigns, sponsorships, and clever marketing turned the beverage into a cultural symbol. The brand became synonymous with good times, family, and celebration, a perception that would continue to drive sales for decades. Coca-Cola's international presence accelerated during World War II. The company supplied American troops with bottles of the familiar drink, ensuring soldiers enjoyed a taste of home. This introduced Coca-Cola to Europe, Asia, and the Pacific, creating enduring global demand. Post-war expansion saw the introduction of brands like Fanta, Sprite, and Minute Maid, further diversifying the company's portfolio. Today, Coca-Cola sells over 1.9 billion servings per day, consumed in nearly every country. Its products are a staple of culture, appearing in movies, music videos, and advertisements worldwide. The brand has become a cultural ambassador, symbolizing American ingenuity and lifestyle. Coca-Cola's rise was not without friction. Critics have highlighted labor disputes, allegations of environmental damage due to water usage, and public health concerns surrounding sugar content. The infamous New Coke debacle of 1985 demonstrated the depth of consumer loyalty. The backlash forced the company to revert to the original formula within months. Coca-Cola has also faced legal battles in international markets over marketing practices, bottling rights, and labor conditions. Despite these controversies, Coca-Cola's brand remained resilient. The company invested heavily in sustainability, reformulated products to address health concerns, and maintained its iconic global image. These efforts illustrate the delicate balance of managing a legacy brand while adapting to modern expectations. This is where the story of a town of millionaires begins. In the early 20th century, Quincy, Florida, was a small agricultural town. A banker named Pat Munroe recognized Coca-Cola's potential and encouraged residents to invest in bottling franchises and company shares. He even offered small loans to farmers, store owners, and widows to purchase Coca-Cola stock. Thanks to Munroe's guidance and Coca-Cola's exponential growth, many Quincyans became wealthy. By the 1930s, Quincy had earned the nickname Town of Coca-Cola Millionaires, as a remarkable portion of its population had amassed fortunes from their early investments. Houses, businesses, and philanthropy in Quincy reflected the extraordinary impact a single product could have on an entire community. No Coca-Cola story is complete without Warren Buffett. In 1988, Berkshire Hathaway purchased a significant stake in Coca-Cola, recognizing the company's unmatched brand power, consistent cash flow, and global reach. Buffett's long-term vision paid off handsomely. The shares appreciated dramatically over the decades, with dividends reinvested. A $10,000 investment in 1988 would now be worth well over $1 million, a testament to both Buffett's strategic insight and the enduring strength of the Coca-Cola brand. Coca-Cola went public in 1919 at $40 per share, raising capital for expansion. Stock splits, dividend reinvestment, and consistent growth multiplied early investors' wealth many times over. A $1,000 investment at the IPO would now be worth roughly over $30 million. Early believers in Coca-Cola not only profited handsomely, they became part of a story that transcends simple financial returns. They helped fuel the rise of a cultural icon. Coca-Cola's marketing has defined modern branding. From the creation of the iconic contour bottle to Santa Claus campaigns and global sponsorships, the company turned a beverage into a lifestyle symbol. The Open Happiness slogan, partnerships with the Olympics, and presence in films, music, and art illustrate Coca-Cola's pervasive cultural influence. Every element, packaging, advertising, and global strategy, was designed to create emotional connections with consumers, a model studied in business schools worldwide. Coca-Cola isn't just about the classic Coke bottle. The company owns over 500 brands spanning soft drinks, juices, teas, waters, sports drinks, and energy drinks. Brands like Sprite, Fanta, Dasani, Minute Maid, Powerade, and Vitaminwater complement its flagship Coca-Cola product, giving the company a global presence in nearly every beverage category. Yet as Coca-Cola grew into a global powerhouse, it wasn't without fierce competition. Its biggest rival, PepsiCo, challenged Coke in nearly every market with its own soft drinks, juices, and snacks. Over the decades, Coca-Cola also faced regional competitors, energy drink brands like Red Bull and bottled water companies. This constant competition pushed Coca-Cola to innovate, diversify its portfolio, and invest heavily in marketing, sponsorships, and distribution networks. The rivalry with Pepsi, often called the Cola Wars, became legendary, driving both companies to constantly adapt to consumer tastes and maintain global dominance. Today, Coca-Cola is a $300 billion company, still family-influenced in spirit, though professionally managed by a global executive team. Its products are available in nearly every nation. Coca-Cola has not only endured but thrived amid changing consumer preferences, economic recessions, and shifting global markets. Its commitment to marketing, innovation, and global supply chain excellence ensures it remains a dominant force in the beverage industry. And that's the story of Coca-Cola. From a wounded Confederate veterans' pharmacy experiment to a global empire consumed by nearly 2 billion people every day. It's a tale of invention, vision, strategic genius, and resilience. Pemberton's initial spark, Asa Candler's marketing brilliance, the Candler family's stewardship, and Warren Buffett's investment wisdom all contributed to a brand that transcends beverages to become a cultural institution. Coca-Cola demonstrates the power of vision, execution, and long-term thinking. It shows how a simple tonic can evolve into a symbol of global culture, wealth creation, and marketing genius. Its controversies remind us that even the most iconic brands face scrutiny, yet strategic adaptation and strong brand identity can withstand the test of time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this origin story, like, comment, and subscribe to Stag Research, your go-to channel for business deep dives and founder legacies. What do you think Coca-Cola's next century will look like? Will health trends and new competitors challenge its dominance, or will the brand continue to thrive as it has for over 130 years? Drop your thoughts below. Mr. Stag logging off.